What do you have for us today there, Professor Reeve?
Well, Pat,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about quotations. Can you believe it?
Oh my God.
I know.
What?
I'm like a one-trick pony with this
It's
quoting
okay.
business. I'm
But
telling
you're
you.
a heck of a pony.
Oh, wow. Thanks for saying so. Today we're going to talk about when to use quotations, how to choose material that's suitable for quoting, and also how to be the master of your quoting.
Domain.
How to control the quotations.
Nice.
When they get out of control.
Ooh.
It's
anarchy.
First, it's anarchy. It can be, but we'll talk about that a little later. First thing is when to use direct quotations. We've talked in our earlier lectures about quoting and about paraphrasing.
Right.
And one thing that can be hard to decide is when to use a direct quotation. I mean, if you know that you can paraphrase, that you can put things in your own words and cite your source, then when should you actually use somebody else's words? And that can be a difficult decision to make. So there are some guidelines. I won't go through them all today, but a couple that help me when I'm trying to make these decisions.
That's cool.
One, if the source has some type of expertise in the subject, that's a good time. It can add a little. It can add some credibility to your own writing by showing that you've been consulting work by experts.
Right.
Okay. Of course, you have to make some decisions about who qualifies as an expert.
Right.
So.
Absolutely.
And another time when you might want to use a quotation is if the language in the original text really is powerful in some kind of way.
Absolutely.
Maybe the language, professional writers often choose words skillfully and say things in ways that get our attention. And so if when you're reading your source you kind of have the feeling that I could say that, I could express that idea in my own words, but if I did, it would lose some of its punch. Then that might be a good...
Go with the quote.
Yeah, you might want to go with a quote. Okay. So I have an example here of a quotation from Michael Venture. He is a music critic at msnbc.com. So his background as a music critic, when we're working with, of course, the subject of Madonna.
Oof.
We figure he probably has a little more background knowledge than the average person in matters pertaining to popular music. So maybe.
It is MSNBC.
Critics. It is MSNBC. Okay, and critics are also just people with opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't know. I don't know if he's a music scholar.
No.
But
that could really just be Willard Scott.
So we're going to use some materials from Venture today, and this, just to give greater context for this article, is kind of interesting. On the one hand, he likes Madonna. On the other hand, he doesn't think that her music qualifies as rock and roll, so he's skeptical of her inclusion in the Hall of Fame. So we'll look at quotes addressing both parts of his opinion of Madonna.
So this guy got paid to break my heart.
Yes. All right. So here's one original quotation from Venture's article, and you can see, as you see, here's the title of the article.
You want me to do this again?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you want me to do this?
I want to show the title first.
Okay. The title is
Madonna in the Rock Hall. Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
But this is actually his positive opinion of Madonna. So let's go ahead and look at the quote that's up here. Is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Venture says, she is a terrific performer and has managed to remain relevant at age 49 in a business that uses and then discards acts as if they were styrofoam containers.
Gosh.
Okay? Yeah.
Okay, so he kind of likes her there.
He kind of likes her because she talks about how she's managed to remain relevant.
Okay.
And what struck me about this quote, language-wise, is this part about discarding acts as if they were styrofoam containers. I thought, I could express that a different way. I could say the music business is fickle.
Right.
Most acts don't last long.
Right.
Okay.
I get you.
But this metaphor of discarding them like styrofoam containers really shows that the business treats people like trash.
Yes.
Right? Uses them once, throws them away.
Right.
I like this quote.
Okay.
And so I think, hey, I want to use it.
I want to use it. I like that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and look at how.
So I can move this?
You can move that.
Thank you.
We've got something else. So we've used that quote, and following our usual habit of introducing my claim first, and then introducing our source, and then using the quotation, and then citing it. Okay, we've got our whole thing here. It's kind of long.
So the same steps as before.
Okay. For over 20 years in the pop music business, Madonna has stayed a step ahead of trends and continued to appeal to young audiences. As MSNBC music critic Michael Venture explains, she, quote, has managed to remain relevant at age 49 in a business that uses and then discards acts as if they were styrofoam containers. Okay, then I've got my page number, and periods are notice, the end quotation mark, whoop, where is it? The end quotation mark, then the parenthetical citation, whoop, and then the period is at the end.
Cool.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
Well,
I liked it. Very simple. It's seamless. You don't need to use the whole quote.
Right. You don't need to use the whole quote as long as you have a complete sentence when you're done.
Right.
Okay? And just pick the part that really pops. Don't let the quotes dominate your writing.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like bad journalism.
That's right.
Or is it good journalism?
Well, I'm not sure if it's...
Probably bad journalism.
Yeah. Well, it's not journalism.
No.
We're just writing essays for our...
Exactly.
Right, yeah, but in any case, you need to stay in the driver's seat. Use quotes that pop. Don't let them dominate your own writing.
Okay.
Okay?
I like it.
All right.
That it?
That's it.